name is Chapin.
And I'm Nikki.
Hi, Nikki. How are you today?
Good. Great.
Hey, and today we've got a special guest, and we're doing some real fun, good stuff here. Going into the fall season, that is going to be absolutely fantastic. Easy for you to make at home. Before we get started, I want to ask you to tell a friend about the show. Please hit the subscribe button on the YouTube and get us forward with this so we can get it out to more people. Today we are going to do cinnamon pork chops with asparagus spears. We did a few. I got a couple here. We're going to show you how to do them. But see, you get that white color, so it's
See, this is a Rayleigh's asparagus spear.
2 for $5.
You don't find this at Smart and Final.
Yeah.
They're much smaller there.
Yeah, great. So we're going to do asparagus spears, we're going to do roasted potatoes, and we're going to do apple cinnamon with this, and it's going to be super easy. The ingredients you need are red potatoes, roasted garlic,
Tap, tap, present.
asparagus cut into spears, brown sugar, shallot.
Ooh, that looks like a booty.
That's some fun with food. We're having fun with food.
That's right.
Yeah, we are. Rosemary,
Okay. wine.
These new apples, I've never used. It's the best tasting pickle I ever had. Apples,
My lip smells like rosemary. Huh?
you know what? I bet your lip smells like. Hey, and then we've got pork loin in the middle, already cut, pre-cut.
Beautiful.
See that? We got some nice fat on there, and we're actually going to make that crispy. That's the great thing about it. And our favorite stuff, salt and pepper,
S&P.
a little bit of wine, some cinnamon, and without further ado, would you like to introduce our guest? Dan Steinmetz is here with us today.
God damn it.
She pulled a total blank and failed on that. And that's okay, because we're cooking at home and we forget things all the time, and we're not perfect.
Dan, yay!
Dan, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? Dan and I talked last week, and I was like, hey, man, what do you want to cook? And he was like, hey, surprise me. So I'm actually going to put Dan to work today, and he's going to do some things with you so you can do it with him at home while you watch it. And we're going to make it not totally professional. We're just going to have a good time with it.
Yeah.
Enjoy the food, enjoy the friends. And we are going to start off the show like we do.
We need to know what about Dan's stuff, though.
Am I fired?
Yeah.
You know those
We can
hoops make you look like a trout.
The bigger the O, the bigger the O.
we could possibly start leaking that information throughout the cooking process.
We want to know what you do. What you're up to.
I am a high-end custom finished carpenter and furniture builder, a partner in a company called Hammer and Saw. I am the drummer for the Saturday Night, a local punk rock and roll band here in town. I'm a published artist who does random, weird, uncomfortable, but humorous satirical artwork.
I like it.
Ah,
I'm into it.
he's good.
Wow.
I'm not lying. I've seen his work. I met him with your music, as a lot of you know. I used to own a music venue, and I've been a promoter for many years until COVID. And that's where I actually met Dan. Over the years, this thing has flourished, especially since COVID has happened. I've been following him with his artworks, and when I opened a venue over on 4th Street, we had you do some art on the walls there.
Yep.
But I can't even brag enough about his woodwork stuff and what he does. Please go and check him out and his company out. Every day they're posting new stuff of what they've done, and it's absolutely fantastic. A lot more than what I can say for Nikki.
I do stuff. Look at that.
All right,
Bring it
Invisible
along.
Hand, we need you to come over. It's time for our shot to get things started, and then we're going to get right to it. So, as
You
they
get
get
to be
handed
an
around,
invisible hand,
I am
too.
not going to indulge in a shot today because, well, I'd like to be here tomorrow. So, I'll leave it right at that.
Wait,
There's one. Oh,
wait, we got one more.
hold on, invisible hand.
Okay.
Oh, invisible hands out. Here we go. Eye contact.
Contact.
All right, let's cook some food and let's have some time with friends and let's have a good time tonight. All right, Dan, first thing I want you to do.
Yes.
You know that we use big horn olive oils,
Yep,
right?
we do.
Yeah.
The
'Cause
best.
they're the best. We like to
The
plug them
best.
on every single show, and we do it. Why? They don't give us anything. We do
They're
it
just
because
good.
we love them and we support our local people.
And it's good.
And it is absolutely the best olive
the
oils
best.
and balsamics I've ever had. So I'm gonna have you get some oil on these potatoes while I go pick the right balsamic to go with it. And I have an idea on this one.
What? What you got?
Well, I
Don't
think
you
I want
have-
to go with their apple cider.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. Because it's gonna mesh with
I
it.
was gonna say that.
And while that's happening, Nikki, I'm gonna grab these from you real quick because I'm
Okay.
gonna chop these up real fast. We want to get our rosemary flavor mostly on the bottom. So what I've done is I cooked these potatoes for about 10 minutes. And right after that, yeah, it's new knives week. You don't really want to be messing around like that. I can
Yeah.
tell you
I know how sharp these knives are.
So what I'm saying is I boiled this for like 10 minutes, so they're gonna roast real easy. And what we want is we want brown on the outside and we want tender on the inside. And we're gonna serve this today. We're gonna do it family style, not just one plate. Because we're filming 2 episodes today, and so we've got our guest Mark from the last one here, and we've got Nikki, and we've got Theo, and we've got Dan, and we've got me.
And
So
your
we're
family.
gonna cook it family style and serve it that way, and I'm gonna show you a great way to dish it up so that you can go ahead with that. Now, Dan, we have a song that we sing around here. Can you remember the song? Red
Red
and
and
yellow
no
and purple and green. Salt and pepper on
goddamn
everything.
thing.
Yeah! All right, there we go. You can tell we're on our 2nd episode of shooting right now because these guys have me all fired up from from the last episode. Because I'm not lying.
Well, we've had double the amount of shots at this point.
Well, here's the deal. I'm not drunk, I'm drinking, is what she told me. There we go. We got that rosemary in there. Got the salt and pepper in there. And then I'm going to grab a sheet tray. Our oven is preheated to 425. Dan, if you could throw those on the tray and get those in the oven. We're going to go on the bottom layer. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just like that. Look at them. They're going to crust up real good.
They call them roasties in England.
Roasties.
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 Yep.
Roasties.
Mushy peas and roasties.
All right, next thing we're gonna do, Dan.
yes.
You usually do this. You've all made cinnamon toast in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, sure, it's like the best thing. And like, if you haven't had cinnamon toast for like 15 years in your life, go and have cinnamon toast right now.
So-
Seriously, you're just be all, oh my god, I forgot. Or you could be like the guy we want him to be all, oh, this is good. You should go to City's place. It tastes good.
It's like something you could get in a dine-in or
Oh,
try.
there we go. Yeah. Why don't you get that in there, mix it in the way that we want it. We're gonna get it on this. I'm gonna get the pan going right here.
So you're gonna just, you know, coat that in that.
Yeah,
stuff.
so I know.
There you go.
I know what I'm doing.
Wonderful.
I know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna
When Chapin had asked me, what do you want to cook? And I'd been cooking all week, I literally drew a complete blank. And that's why I said, dude, entirely up to you. Go for it. I am all cooked out for the week. So.
just gonna zoom in on those fingers.
Ooh.
Well, around here we don't get cooked up, but
No time for that.
no time for that. Okay, over here we're gonna get we gotta get Nikki busy as well. So we're gonna get some asparagus in here. I'm using just regular olive oil, but I'm using Bighorn White. What does that say
What do
right
we got?
there?
We got the lemongrass mint white balsamic vinegar.
Yeah, and I think that's
Ooh.
gonna flavor well with the rosemary, then the sweet, and then the apple cinnamon on top. You're gonna get one big bite, a blend, and it's gonna be all, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Do you want me to put
Oh,
that
yeah,
on
yeah,
right now?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, let's see, you're going for it.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Did you put the olive oil on first?
You did.
Okay, great. I don't even know. They drink and I forget what I'm doing. So that's where I'm at in my life. All right, so you get those going.
Give me some salt, sir.
Yeah,
Little
don't be.
sesame.
Yeah, nothing happens without the song.
And do that.
Nothing happens without the song. All right, so this is getting going. Cam, we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna have you. Once you're ready with those, I'm gonna turn that a little bit so we're not steaming. Once you get ready with those, I'm gonna have you go over. You thought that you were not gonna be cooking and you were just gonna be hanging out, but sir, that is not true at all.
You put me to work.
Yeah.
You can put me to work.
He was very scared that he was gonna be bored, but that's not the case.
No,
because,
not at all.
Because around here,
There's
we
always something.
we teach our friends how to cook.
There's
And
always
if they're not
something.
teaching us how to cook, like we did on the last one.
Yeah.
And I am old enough to know that learning is a real good thing. So
All right.
Look at that.
I like
Beautiful.
being on both spectrums. There we go. If you have not tried this apple, take a bite of that. Right? That's going to be some good flavor in there, right? Okay, so this is what's going to go in with the pan. Where can I get half a stick of butter, possibly?
See, the thing is, when I do pork, it's usually on a grill or in a smoker or a smoker.
You know what? We have not explored outside of the kitchen because it's an at-home thing, and I
Sure.
want people to know that they can get absolutely creative and do things that are better than some recipes, some restaurants that they go to on a 4-burner stove and a regular oven. And that's how it is. Not that I do barbecue.
Yeah.
I promise you.
We'll do
If you
barbecue.
look outside, I do
I saw
barbecue.
it. I saw it.
We'll do some barbecue.
But for
Eventually.
now, and especially as we're going into, we'll probably do it backwards like we do everything and end up grilling in the winter. Yeah,
Barbecuing outside.
yeah,
in
yeah.
January.
Kid will be sledding and yelling in the background. Movies, oh man. All right, so going back up to a high heat. Why do we want a high heat? Because we want to brown the butter a little bit, and we actually want the butter to sink with the cinnamon and this brown sugar, and we want to get a little crust on there.
Meld.
Yeah, right?
Meld.
So we're going to put that in. I am going to give you one of my 2 favorite pairs of tongs that I have. There you go. And Theo, if you could come on over. We've got the butter going. We want a lot of butter in there. We do want a lot of butter in there. And the reason being is when we put the apples in after we get the sear done correctly on the pork chops, it's going to absorb a lot of it, and we're going to actually add some shallot and roasted garlic. And Dan, whenever you're ready, where's that shallot? Oh yeah, that's not you can't do that with garlic. Are you getting this? Yeah, good. Okay, here's the thing.
Shallots are not garlic.
Shallots are not garlic. She's here. I'm trying to get the garlic to smash.
Listen.
You want to smash the potato too? Come on, kid. I mean, it's all in fun, but I'm embarrassed for you. All right. Dan,
You're
you gotta
the
get 'em
chef.
on here at the same time.
I don't have that kind of
Got it.
expectation on me.
Got it.
I'm not a chef.
All right, hey, you know what?
You know what?
You're the co-host, and so we are supposed to be bagging on each other. So there we go. We've got that going. That butter's actually going to end up browning a little bit. We've got it on a high heat, and we're going to let it sit. We're just going to let it sit. We're going to let it sit. But we're also, once we get that side going, we're not going to just flip it. We're going to go to the fat sides of each of these and get that in there so that it becomes part of the flavor as well. Absolutely. Okay. So once we flip, we'll be good to go. Nikki's doing shallot. You feel like doing some chopping? All right. So you get some garlic done up in there. I'll do some as well. There you go. There's nothing wrong with roasted garlic. If anybody ever stops and tells you that there's something wrong with roasted garlic, they're Looney Tunes.
You don't need those people in your life.
Yeah, who needs that kind of negativity?
I don't.
Why don't you tell me another awesome story? All right, we're doing some choppy. That's still going. Behind us on a high heat, we've got our potatoes in the oven, and we've got our asparagus ready to go. And I think we did that all in what, about 10 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So at home, that's probably going to take you like 15 minutes. No big deal, right?
Do you want it more choppy?
Everyone got time. I think that we're good like that.
Okay.
And I'm okay throwing the shallot in because you did such a nice job. Look at how nice job she did.
I
Well,
know some
yeah,
stuff,
we
okay?
want
I'm
to-
telling you.
I just saw
I
it.
keep
I'd love
telling
to be
you.
on the show. I went to culinary school. I'm
I
just all
did.
watching people at McDonald's. It's not.
I did go to culinary school, Brad. I did. It was at TMCC,
Yeah.
but it was still
Where's the
culinary
garlic
school.
sauce?
We did.
I can tell by
It
your
was
shallot
community-
experience.
It was community college, but whatever.
That's always good.
Not all of us can afford
All
to
right.
shop at
Let's
Rayleigh's.
give it. Oh yeah. See how we got that sear? Now, yeah, I'm gonna bring this over. See how we've got that? It's got that brown. It's dripping. It's beautiful, beautiful, and that's what we want. So I'm gonna put this back in.
I'm making it all
And put those shallots back in. We're gonna throw some of this in. Roast it even more. Because what's gonna end up with these garlics, because they're pre-roasted, they might end up crispy at the end. And there's nothing like a bite of crispy garlic. Gets
That's
you
very
good.
true.
All right,
Very
so here we go. Dan, you want to do this part?
Yep.
Again, that's the sear. You want to do the fat sides for a little bit? While we do that, we've got that. Dan's gonna flip, and once we get flipped back over, we'll be right back to you when we go in the oven. All right, everybody, welcome back. As you can see what we did here, the butter's turned brown. We've got the sear. We actually seared the sides with the fat as well. You can tell, it's got that. And you see how that's all crispy in there. Those shallots are starting to get crispy. Okay, so here's the next thing. We've got our oven preheated to 425. We've got all of these apples to throw in. We're gonna get those ends cut a little bit. We have saved part of the apple for our presentation. Okay, so these are in. We want these down. And then a splash of wine. You can just hear it getting better. There we go. And then we're going to stick this in the oven for about 10 minutes. And while we do that, we're going to check on our potatoes. We're going to get our asparagus going, and we'll be right back. Everyone,
Don't tell me what to do. I do what I want.
I know you do. Hey, welcome back. Nikki's doing what she
I do
wants.
what I want.
All right, we are about to go into the next segment here. We are going to do another round of shots.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. Here,
we
me and Theo,
go.
eye contact.
Eye
Eye contact.
Make it weird.
Oh, yeah.
Make it real weird.
You know what?
Weird.
If we're among friends, we should be making it weird. And that's a great episode today with friends. All right. One thing that I forgot to show you how to do. How to make the asparagus into spears. Here's a tip. When you're doing light cutting or you're doing shaving, your finger pressed against the back of the knife is going to keep it secure. If you try to do it like that, you're not going to figure out how much depth you're getting. So, boom, 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 boom. We want a lot of white on the end so that it brings it out in the plate. So you're not doing just one color, but you're doing 3 colors here in your presentation. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. Asparagus spears. Real neat trick. That's real chef shit. Brought to you by Chapins. All right, Dan. Why don't you check on our roasted?
Roasties.
Yeah. Oh, what do they call those in England?
Roasties.
Bottom drawer.
Let's do this. Let's flip them around
There
a
you
little
go,
bit
yeah.
so they brown evenly on all sides.
Careful. Yeah. There you go. Shut this for now. Open. Bird. Hey, how's those asparagus? We were gonna keep cooking those next.
Okay, they look good.
Bird.
Ready to go?
Bird.
Ready to go?
All right, ready to go. We've got the balsamic already on them.
Yes.
We've got the oil already on them. We of
We
course
did salt
have the
and pepper.
salt and pepper on
Yeah.
them. And I'm
That's
gonna
it.
give a little bit extra because they're thicker asparagus. But for me, simple is really good. Probably 70% of the time I'm doing asparagus with just olive oil and sea salt.
Yeah.
Because it really brings it out. But since we're going fancy today and we're going for a big range of flavor, do a lot of that on there. Here's the trick. I know you learned it in school. There you go. Like that.
Tambourine Institute of Technology.
Yeah. My
where I
God.
went.
All right. All right. Potatoes are back in. Pork's still going. Now it's time to go on the asparagus. What do you always want?
High heat,
A hot pan.
hot pan.
We don't like to stick things in cold pans. Why do we not like to stick things in cold pans? Because they stick.
Yeah. And they don't get a little cripsy.
Yeah. We're not getting you
You're not
know,
getting the cripsy.
the colors.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Stop.
Oh, the smells.
It's
I'm good.
uncomfortable.
Hey, you're making me uncomfortable. Could you just stop that now? My God, I'm about to go to Facebook jail in real life. Here you go.
Okay.
You know what we're doing, right?
I do.
All right.
So talk about it. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, tell us what's going on over there. We got dead air.
So, when you're doing asparagus in a pan, you want to try to get all sides evenly. To get them stiffened up, you want the water to come out of them to start loosening up. You don't want them too soft. You want to have a certain firmness with them.
That's correct.
And also, too, to retain the flavor. So you want to let them sit for a minute, roast on sides, keep them evenly and distributedly moving around.
Right, and with this asparagus, that's organic, thick. We're gonna leave it. We're gonna go for a little while, and we might even.
You want to tell me there's no GMO in here? You see the size of this thing? It's debatable.
Yeah, and I want to know more about your band. Tell me more about your band.
Okay.
Dan, why don't you turn around and watch this, and you talk about the band with Nikki?
I want to hear about it.
But you're here, you're our guest, and we want people to know about you.
My band is the Saturday Nights
Okay.
K-N-I-G
with a K. They were formed 3 years ago
Okay.
here in Reno. Basically, all the members are local and had moved away at one point to Vegas, Portland, and moved back here. The original drummer, who's now the second guitar player, Tim Blake, is also been a local musician here for a very long time. He's the drummer for the Juveniles, Slow Wow, Hate Recorder was his own project. And when I was in a thrash project at the time, about 2 years ago, he had came and saw one of my shows and had asked me if I wanted to play drums for the Saturday Nights. I was already a fan of them to begin with.
And that's
Because
the best way.
They really are we really are kind of the only punk rock and roll band in this town.
Yeah.
Punk and roll.
And he had asked me to join. I was in 2 other projects at the time, and I said, absolutely yes. And they threw me into the mix, said, learn these songs in 2 weeks, and then we're going on a West Coast tour, which was mildly terrifying.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So I did, and made it through some rough times and some great times at the end result of it, and I've been with them for just over 1.5 years since.
Yeah.
And
So what kind of shows have you done since all of this lockdown has happened? This is such a crazy time for musicians and
It really
everybody
is.
who works in the industry. It's so up in the air and we don't know what's happening. So how have you continued to work with your band during times when you're not allowed to do shows? What are you doing?
well, one of the first things that had happened, now as things have shut down, I think everybody knows about the Merry Anarchy Festival that's held bi-yearly here in town.
Well, we got out of town people. So Mary Anarchy is a
It's a
fundraiser that gets all local bands in Reno together. Not all, but quite a few. They do sets. There's donations. They pick a different person each year to help fund that. super great community thing, and I'll
Yeah.
stop interrupting. But I wanted people to know that you know we're not all hicks in Reno, and we do look out for our community,
Yeah, we do.
and
Yeah,
we take care of each
absolutely.
other as best
Especially
we
the
can.
music community, yeah.
So we were asked to film some songs, and what we did was that we filmed our full set up in the woods. Tim has some property up in Dixie Valley, and we put in a generator at a friend's other residence nearby, and we filmed some songs for them,
Didn't want to try
and
that.
basically kind of falling in line with doing live shows online and doing recorded stuff. In the process of this whole thing, we had to cancel 2 tours of ours,
Right.
which is fine because nobody's playing. So
Right.
to be able to contribute to our local music scene and still be a part of it and support it, we're just falling in line with the online thing. We still continue to rehearse once a week. We are right now in the middle of writing some new songs to finish an album. About a year ago, we recorded new songs with me on the drums, and we were going to release a 7-inch or a couple 7-inches to do so, and I think we're leaning more towards recording new songs to put out a full-length album. So when the time comes and we break loose, we have material and we stay consistent. I think one of the most important things, at least for me on a personal level, in being in this band, is that we're just not just a band. We're friends. We're all close friends. We're like family
We're all
outside of
monkeys.
music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Again, I gotta pop in here real quick because it's that time. I've got some fresh orange. We're gonna finish. I
Yeah,
promise
yeah.
you.
You should put one of those out there.
Squeeze that in there. See that steam? What's that's doing? It's coagulating with the oil in there. You see it bubbling, going like that. We're right about there at the right temperature. We're just gonna leave this on the stove, and then right before we serve it, we're gonna pop it right back up. But I can guarantee you that tastes delicious.
Sure. There you go.
All right,
that.
so Dan, if you could check on the potatoes one more time, see if we're there. While he does that, we're gonna take a quick break, and I'll be right back to you. And let me know when you're ready.
All set?
Smoked a couple packs of Camel unfiltered before that. Just
was
kidding.
that
I'm
was
joking. I'm joking. Hey, I'm joking.
Yeah, Flavor Town.
Okay, here we go. We are back. We are in action. Our asparagus is ready. Our friends are having a great time.
Yes, we are.
We're cooking at home, and it's all good to go. We're gonna pull. We're gonna pull everything. We're gonna pull out for once.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Pull out game is strong.
You're melting my glasses. Oh,
Your pull-out game is strong.
yeah, yeah. Where's my kid? All right, so here we go. Come on over. You can tell just by pressing that those are done. Oh, they look fantastic. Let's get that side marinated in it too. That side, and then what we're gonna do is this. Oh, those apples just look so delicious. What we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on this, and we're gonna start. That's the rear. Here we go. All right, we're gonna pull these, and then we're gonna make the sauce, and we're gonna plate while we do all that. So these are good to go. I'm bringing that to a boil. Nikki, if you could take those, and you can hand me some butter. And throw some butter in here. Ow! Dan, you learned it for home? You learned it for home? You gonna be able to make this for everyone at
Oh
home?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
man, look at that. Butter. Oh. Will you grab a spoon and let's try this sauce? Let's let this go for a little bit, and then we'll go over to plating, and I'm going to show you how to make it look really, really good.
Yeah?
Well, get a new spoon.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, no, we're not cooking at your home. It's so good.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. That's no joke.
That's amazing.
That's no joke. Dad, if you want to grab a spoon too, we can do that. No, not that one.
I'm fine with it. Just
I
my
know.
father has a problem.
I'm just, we have people that are watching that are not fine.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's the way we go. All right. So, since we're doing this a family style way, we're gonna grab the asparagus. Actually,
Ooh, that's hot.
right like this. Let's do an array on both sides. Look at those. Oh, they're just gonna crunch. They're gonna be perfect. Perfect. And they've got all that flavor in there. We're literally like combining 3 flavor booms together. Bring this down a little bit. Actually, feel the heat on it. Da-dun. And da-dun. Dan, will you grab the hot pan and just dump the potatoes right here? Oh, there's tongs.
No, there's not.
No, there's not
There's
tongs.
not tongs.
Dan is a man. That's how we do that. We got
Oh,
that.
that looks awesome.
And then we're going to take our pork chops. One
Oh.
here. One here. One here. And one here. I don't know if I can see that hot pad for 1 minute.
You can see my hot pad for 1 minute.
Ooh. We're literally gonna pour this just right all over each one. Ah. There you go. There are your cinnamon pork chops. You grab a quick thing so I make it look nice for the photo that we do at the end. Clean the plate up. And I'm telling you guys right now, this is so easy. We took like maybe 10 steps.
Yeah.
We kept it simple.
Yeah.
Got a little creative. And right now, there's a plate of magic sitting right here. And here's the thing. Food. It brings you together. I honestly don't ever think that I'm very close with someone until I've had a meal with them. And it's really how I express myself, but it's also how I bring people together.
Yeah.
Love.
So, yeah, love.
Food
And there's
equals
nothing but love there. Steam coming off, apples, the garlic's there, the sauce is there. We couldn't do any better. We want to thank Dan very much for coming on the
Yay,
show.
Dan.
Make sure you check out his woodworking. Make sure you check out his band. Nikki, a pleasure as always. Mwah.
Thank you, sir.
And please subscribe to the channel, share with a friend, and make some stuff like this at home. Invite a friend over. Do something. If you can't do that, heat up a Hot Pocket and call somebody you haven't talked to in 5 years that you
Yeah,
still love.
there you go.
Anything. But do something creative, do something with love. Bon appetit.